Hello everyone, welcome back to the farm. If you're new here, my name is Pia, and this is our journey from my flying career abroad to building our dream egg-laying poultry farm here in the Philippines. So, today's episode is one of the most insightful yet because we're going to reflect on 20 months of our journey. Of course, the ups and downs, the surprises, and most importantly, what we've learned about managing flocks that could save you money, time, and sanity. That is, if you're looking to get into poultry farming. So grab your coffee and your fresh egg sandwich, and let's get into it. Let's rewind to August 2023. That was when we officially broke ground. But of course, the dream started long before that. Paula and I spent over a decade working abroad. Like many OFWs, we always talked about coming home, settling down, and starting something that's ours. Something that would make our time away from home worth it. We didn't want to just retire. We wanted to build. So we finally made the leap. We let go of our comfortable corporate jobs, said goodbye to our offices, and said hello to soil, feed, coop designs, and a completely new world, livestock farming. Once we came back, we knew two things. The cost of living had increased a lot since we left, and we couldn't afford to waste time or money. So we secured a long-term lease on a piece of land we really believed in. Then we built a tiny house, not just for us, but also for our team. That house became our home base, our operations center, and honestly, our first sanctuary during the many storms that would come. And at the same time, we also built our very first chicken house. Why? Because our very first batch of ready-to-lay hens were already arriving. That was 480 hens. Just imagine, no experience, no farming background, and suddenly, you're in charge of hundreds of feathered ladies, all laying eggs on their own schedule. We didn't grow up with livestock. Everything we learned was either through research, observation, or making mistakes. And believe me, we made a lot. We had to be extremely smart with how we spend every peso. Every decision mattered. What kind of housing to build, what feed to use, how to transport goods, how to handle waste, where to sell the eggs, and so on. But we didn't let fear stop us. We had a vision, we had grit, and slowly we grew. From 480 hens to now 2,500. And in the coming months, we will be adding 1,700 more. That is another 1,000 for expansion and replacement. Just let that sink in. Here's where it gets technical, and I hope this part helps someone out there. When we first started, we didn't think too deeply about cycling the flock. We thought, okay, get the hens, they lay eggs, we sell, we grow. Simple. But here's the reality. Chickens, especially layer hens, go through natural cycles. They peak, then decline. They start small, and then within a few weeks, egg sizes increase. And if you don't plan ahead, you end up with mismatches between what your customers want and what your hens can produce. Right now, for example, our 27-week-old hens are already laying mostly medium to large eggs. But we have buyers, bulk buyers, asking specifically for small eggs. And that's a problem. We don't have enough of them. This is where cycling comes in. If you're really new and planning your poultry business, here's my honest advice. Divide your capital into cycles. Don't spend all your budget on one big batch of hens. That's a trap. Instead, try this. Start with 100 hens or maybe 1,000. And then after 46 months, add the same amount of hens. Then keep going. Add in intervals. Every batch is another gear in the engine. Do this until you start replacing your first batch. By then, you'll have a steady rotation of laying hens, in each group at different stages. You'll never run out of eggs, and you'll always have sizes your market needs. You'll have momentum, and that's what keeps you in the game. Let me share some specific lessons we've learned the hard way. Don't rush the expansion. Going from 480 to 2,500 was not easy. The infrastructure, manpower, feed costs, record keeping, all of it increased exponentially. Second thing, feed is king. If you compromise on feed, you compromise your hen's health and egg quality. Period. This is why we also have to change suppliers because of our experience. The third thing is to start finding your market before your hens start laying. By the time your hens are productive, you should already have a list of buyers, individuals, sari-sari stores, resellers, restaurants, even online. Fourth thing is record everything. Daily egg counts, mortality, feed consumption, medication, weather, you name it. Data saves money. And the last but not the least, invest in people. You can't do it alone. And we've just been lucky to have staff who share our vision, but we also train and reward them accordingly. Yes, there were moments, believe me, when we doubted everything. Typhoons, hot weather, feed prices went up, losing birds, we were exhausted. But in those moments, we reminded ourselves, this is the life we chose, and this is the life we're building. And yes, there's beauty in watching the sunrise over our own land. There's pride in delivering trays of fresh eggs to loyal customers. There's joy in knowing that our decision to come home was all worth it. So, what's next? New chicks are arriving. Expansion coops will soon start again. We're optimizing feed and improving our egg cleaning, weighing, and storage. And lastly, we're also exploring new markets. Maybe supply big bakery chains, who knows? Our dream isn't just to build a farm. It's to build a sustainable business that employs people, feeds families, and inspires others to take the leap, just like we did. So if you made it this far, thank you. Your support means more than you know. Whether you're here to learn, to be inspired, or to simply follow along our journey, we appreciate you. And if you're thinking of starting a farm, my advice is simple. Plan smart, be patient, build in cycles, and believe in your vision, even when it's hard. And once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this vlog if you found it helpful. Also, drop your questions or your own farm stories in the comments. I would love to hear them. Until next time, keep growing, keep dreaming, and keep believing. That's it for now. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time.